Hello and welcome back to a new video. This is your Wolf speaking. Tighten up your seatbelts and let's go on a journey to a destination called the trend. So this is the 15-minute chart of Nasdaq, and the reason why I'm actually very inclined to talk about a trend is because people have various ways to define a trend, but I'm not really bothered about what people say. I'm only worried about how my chart gives me an impression of a trend, and how can I then use that definition of a trend using my chart language to trade with the trend, trade pullbacks and continuations, and then trade a trend reversal or a change of the prevailing trend. So that being said, let me just quickly run through the key components of my chart that I use for defining a trend, defining pullbacks and continuations, and seeing them in live markets. And then how do I then define what a change in prevailing trend is? So on my main chart, on the top chart, I have a 200 EMA, I have a 40 EMA, and I have a 8-period EMA right there. And on my indicator, my RDX Magic Waves indicator, I've got the two waves, which are these two lines here. And then I've got the magic line, which is this line here. And using this, I define a trend. I can see it every day, and I use it for my trades. I trade the change in trend, which is these two aspects, and I trade continuations on a pullback. I use both of them, but I use a 15-minute chart as my guideline, and I use a 3-minute chart for my entries using the same perspective. Okay, so what is the trend here on this chart? As soon as both my waves go green, and along with them, when my magic line also goes green for the first time, that's a new trend. So you can see there was a small change in trend here. We had both of them, both these waves going red, and a magic line going red as well. So that was a bearish trend. It did not last for too long, which is fine by me, because you never know how long can a trend prevail. And then once that finished, I had a new trend, which is a bullish trend. So bearish trend ended here, and a new trend started from here, which is denoted by those two waves and the magic line going green. And from here on, I'm primarily looking for bullish trades or long trades, primarily. Just note that operative word primarily, because there can be potential short trades in a long trending market. And we'll see that very soon. All right, so hope I made myself clear on this. So right now, from this point onwards, we are in a bullish trade. And you can also see that when price goes and remains above the 200 EMA here onwards, we are in a bullish trend. So our outlook is to go long and to find long trades. But as I mentioned earlier, there could be potential shorts on this long trend as well, and we'll see them. All right, so let's go and find them. Right, I'm going to just remove all of these scribblings, and off we go on this journey. So you can now see that there is a bit of a change here in this pre-market time zone, and that was when the magic line and one of the waves went negative, which is when price went below the 40, and we have a kind of a pullback. Why is it a pullback? Because as of now, the second wave is still green, and the price hasn't crossed the 200. So this is considered a pullback. Now, whilst it looks like a pullback on a 15-minute chart, the 3-minute can look slightly different, and that's where potential opportunities can arise. So let me actually quickly mark this zone, and I will then defer back to the 3-minute chart to tell you why was there an opportunity to go potentially short. And now let's go to the 3-minute chart. And if you can see right where I marked it, where is my 3-minute chart? Hold on. There we go. Where we marked it, voila. What do we have here? We have a change in trend on a 3-minute chart, right? While the 15-minute chart is still showing a pullback, there is a change in trend on the 3-minute chart. It's a double wave and a magic line going negative, and there is a potential short here. So this was a short on a pullback on the 15-minute chart. So that's why I was saying that there could be potential shorts on a long trending market or a long trending 15-minute chart. So we can utilize those charts both ways. We can look for continuations and we can look for pullbacks. Now, let me go back to the 15-minute chart and continue that journey of defining the trend, right? And I seem to have changed my chart from NQ to crude. And okay, so here we are, back to the 15-minute chart on NQ. So on the 15-minute chart, we had a pullback, a pretty long pullback, and then we had a continuation right there, where both of the magic and the wave lines, which were red earlier, joined back this lone warrior, the green wave, and now we are back in trend on a bit of a pullback. This was a pullback and then a continuation in trend. And then after some time, we have another pullback where price has now gone below the 40 as well. And the wave, one of the waves and the magic line have now turned red. And I can bet that if you go to the 3-minute chart, you will actually get a double wave down, which would have been a 3-minute double, a perfect entry for a short. Only difference being that this is 4 o'clock in the evening on this day, so you can't really trade on your prop firm accounts. But if you were able to, you would have actually been able to take a short right there. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is to understand that there is a pullback, and a pullback on the 15-minute chart can potentially be a very good short trade on the 3-minute chart. Having said that, actually here, when we had a continuation on the 15-minute chart right here, there would have been a guaranteed 3-minute double on the long side, or on the a bullish trade. And whilst I marked it right there, let me take you to the 3-minute chart of NQ and kind of show you that that would have been the best trade to take. And there you go. So this is sorry, my bad. We are now on a 3-minute chart, and voila, there you have it. Obviously, there's a bit of a lag, so you can imagine that the 3-minute entries will actually be slightly early right here. There you go, the entry on the 3-minute chart. On that continuation on the 15-minute, off you go on the long side and make some money. All right, so let me now go back to the 15-minute chart and continue the same theory of how do I define my trend, how do I define pullbacks and continuations and exhaustions and change in trend. And again, while the previous pullback resulted in a continuation right there, the next pullback on the 15-minute chart, so this pullback was a continuation. We saw that this pullback has actually resulted in a bit of a exhaustion, and then we break down. Why is this a breakdown? Is because both the waves now are red, the magic line is red, and price is now below the 200 on the 15-minute chart. So this is now a complete breakdown from a bullish trend to a bearish trend. All we now have to do here is find ways in which we can enter on pullbacks and continuations, or we might look for another change in trend on the upside. Now, if I scroll further, this is the Friday that has gone past. What we see here is literally at the very end of the trading session, we are looking at a small sign of a potential pullback. So we are actually above the 40 on the 15-minute chart, and we are looking at that. And then the possibility is, if it is a pullback and a continuation, so price might continue to go this way for some time when the market opens tomorrow, and then price might go down. And the way to catch it is when both of the waves and the magic line go up and come down and cross the zero line and turn red again. If they turn red, we would actually be catching a continuation trade on the downside. If they don't turn red and they continue marching on the upside, we continue to wait. We just wait for an opportunity for a pullback or a full exhaustion of the current trend and starting of a new trend on the long side. So that's that. I hope that I've made myself clear. If you have questions, please leave your questions on the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer those questions. Uh, I hope that this all is making sense. And please wait for further updates and new videos uh, on demonstrations of examples for pullbacks and continuations and trend changing trades. All right. Till then, stay safe, stay green.